host of the Gridiron.
Oh my God. Giants are on track for a historically bad interception drought. Now, they still got a little ways to go before they catch with the, I think it's the Raiders. But so far the Giants have, and here's the picture. Here's the one picture right here. Muasau. This is the one interception. I think I said it was about 3 minutes left to go in the game. The Giants were losing 812-0 against the Vikings. So this is the one interception they had on the season. So they've gone 9 games without an interception. I mean, but they're on some close. They're getting there. They're kind of getting close, but they still got a little ways to go. Passes wise, I'll go over this article here, but it's Giants are on track for a historically bad interception drought. The first commercial spacewalk happened more recently than the Giants' last interception. It has been 68 days and 9 games since the Giants' one and only interception on the season, made by Darius Muasau in the meaningless final 3 minutes of the season-opening 22-point loss to the Vikings. It's a little weird. They're up by 20. I wonder why they were even throwing the ball at the time. But anyway, the statistic alone is a head scratcher, said Jason Pinnock, who told the Post. He said, in 10 weeks, this is crazy. How crazy? Well, let's see here. The 2017 Raiders defense set the modern NFL record since 1933. That's when the Eagles came into existence, 1933. They went 10 straight games, a span of 357 passes without an interception, according to Elias Sports Bureau. I don't know how these guys figure that stuff out, but God bless them, man. 1 year later, the 49ers and the Cardinals each endured an 8-game drought that had been eclipsed by the Giants from this year, who will return from this week's bye trying to avoid tying the dubious history November 24th against the Buccaneers. Are there opportunities to be had? Not enough. I think we need more, defensive coordinator Shane Bowen said. It's something we have to continue to work at. We have to find ways. To add salt to the wound, former Giants captain Xavier McKinney is tied with the NFL lead with 6 interceptions in his first season with the Packers. The Giants, the Browns, and the Jets have 2. So the Giants, the Browns, and the Jets have 4 interceptions combined between the 3 teams. But the Browns and Jets' active droughts only cover 4 and 5 games, respectively. Asked this week about losing McKinney in free agency, General Manager Joe Shane pointed to his replacement, second round, Tyler Nubin. Tyler Nubin's making under $1 million a year. McKinney's making $17 million. I'm happy with Nubin. But once again, nobody brings up the fact that the morons of the press, or they don't bring up nothing. They don't bring up that Nubin's only making his rookie season. He's only missed 2 defensive snaps all year, right? He's making less than $1 million. They're not bringing up the fact that McKinney's making 17 times the amount of money that Nubin, and not that maybe Nubin can step in and take his place somewhere along. They don't bring that up. They just bring up, of course, the negative stuff. Let's see. So he talks about with Nubin. He said he's one of the only rookies playing 99% of the defensive snaps. Right? He's done a phenomenal job. He said on the surface, the dearth of interceptions makes no sense. Not just because a fluky place happened, a receiver slip, anything. A ball slips out of a quarterback's hand, a tip ball, anything. I mean, tons of things can happen. Right, the bounces off of the receivers up in the air, the tip drill, or the Evan Ingram kind of thing. Remember Evan Ingram? Of course, he only seemed to do it with the Giants. Evan Ingram, I don't know what it turn around. Hit me. The quarterback throw the ball, hit him right in his hands, go right through his hands. Right, of course, who's standing behind Evan Ingram as the ball goes through his hand? A defensive player picks it off. I mean, you'd figure something like that would happen with the Giants. Nope. Oh my God. So the Giants are knocking around quarterbacks. Shouldn't be there be bad decisions and hurried throws, meaning they're leading the NFL with sacks with 36. They're just throwing good balls. We're not getting to them. That's the best way I can answer that, said Dexter Lawrence. I think we need to create more takeaways to have the offense have a short field and not worry. That's huge. I mean, if the Giants would have more takeaways, maybe they win one or two of these one-score games, right? The Giants have defended only 251 passes since the last interception, which is more than 100 fewer than the Raiders did when they set their record. So if the Giants go this game against Baker Mayfield without an interception, they'll both have 10 games, the Raiders and the Giants. But unless Baker Mayfield throws 100 passes in the game, which I don't think is possible, the Giants will still, even if they don't get an interception in this game, they'll still fall short after this game anyway, if they don't get an interception of at least tying the record set by the Raiders. So the Giants go this one game, but I mean Baker's been throwing, he's thrown some interceptions, a couple. So it's a possibility. So Baker Mayfield is throwing interceptions at a 2.6% of his passes, his highest mark since 2021, and the 11th highest number among NFL starters. So you tell me we got a chance, huh? To pick a pass off anyway. So unfortunately, the Giants led the NFL in takeaways and finished third in interceptions with 18 last year, with similar late season personnel to now, except for McKinney. So, but the thing is, I want just to go to show you. I mean, just show you how tough it is and all that. I just, I don't want to say rare an interception is, but how the game has changed, and obviously big time change. The passing game, the rules. I mean, the rules used to be where you could, quarterback snap the ball, a defender could hit the offensive player all the way down the field until the ball went in the air. Once the ball got thrown in the air, couldn't touch him. But I mean, you can't hold them, but you could hit them. So the rule. I mean, obviously, all the rules are in favor of the offense as time gone by. I'm surprised somewhere along the line if the scoring really starts getting stagnant for a while. I mean, the NFL will be like, man, we need scoring. We need like an NBA. I mean, they'll have it like where the defense has to count to like 5 Mississippi. Like they all have to take their position and count 5 Mississippi after the ball gets snapped. Then they can start reacting, or they have to blindfold the defenders or something like that. So, but just to go to show you, I mean, the Giants, it was 1951. I think it was here. I got them up here. Yeah, 1951. The Giants, I mean, just to go to show you, and it was, 12-game schedule. They picked off 41 passes in a 12-game schedule, right? So that's about they were picking off almost 3.5 passes a game, 1951. So basically very close to it. Every 2 games, they had 7 interceptions on an average that year, 1951. We can't even get 7 this year. We can't even doesn't look like we're even going to get 7 in a season. They were getting 3.5 interceptions a game back in 1951. Of course, that's not the all-time high. The all-time high, which is basically right at 3.5 interceptions a game now, but is the most interceptions in a season was 49. The 61 San Diego Chargers, because they were in San Diego. 61 San Diego Chargers. They played 14 games. They were 12-2, and they picked off 49 passes. 49 passes. Now, just to go to show you, I mean, also how things have changed, and I mean, this is just now they were 12-2, and then they lost the AFL championship game that year, so they were 12-3. So they played in 15 games. The San Diego Chargers, 1961. They had their defense between that's what's 4. Hold on. All right. Their defense had 49 interceptions in 15 games, and they recovered 23 24, fumble recoveries. 15 games, the San Diego Chargers defense of 1961 had 73 turnovers they got. That's production. 73 in a 15-game schedule. I mean, the AFL was just, that was the wild, wild west back then. I mean, that was just 1961 now, 73. They had 49. But let me just give you a little, things were just different back then. I'm going to read off every game how many turnovers the Chargers got, right? I'm going to just read this off real fast, right? These are the amount of turnovers their defense got each game. I mean, this is just like, once again, just goes to show you how times have changed. Okay, they had 6 turnovers, 7, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 3, 3, 4, 3, and then 7. The championship game it was 13 turnovers in the AFL, it's a 61 AFL championship. 13. They had 73 turnovers, but just to kind of go to show you how things have changed a lot. I said the 51 Giants, we're talking over 70 years ago, but they had 3.5 interceptions a game. Great. I mean, I said we can't even get 3 in a season nowadays. But just to go to show you, also, how the Giants did pretty well last year. Getting the interceptions, getting the turnovers, which obviously helped us win some of those games, especially with the third string quarterback. This year, we have we're getting the sacks, which is cool, but it's not producing any. If you're a strip sack, right? Hurry a pass or something like that, a bad pass, interception, nothing. I don't know. So, the Giants definitely have to, get some more turnover. Hopefully next year, we start getting more turnovers, but we also have to stop the run as well, too. Those are 2 huge things for the defense here. 2 huge things.